Hey everyone, we are back at it as we run the MLB board for Tuesday, May 6th. I can't believe it's already May, but the MLB season is fully underway. Great time to be alive, like I like to say, within the NBA and NHL playoffs. We took the day off on Monday, kind of smaller card, and I got kind of stung a little bit with the Kentucky Derby. Had a really big payout, screwed up at the kiosk, and wasn't too happy about that, but hey, we live and learn. Would have had the $10 super, so 10 times that $1 super. So a little bit of a bullet that I'm kind of chewing on right now with that. So we got over it, but it's still something where it does sting a little bit, and also a couple bad beats in the ice as we had the games respectively within the last 5 seconds of the game, going over the totals that I had that were seemingly low within 3 periods. And then just like we saw with the Blues on Sunday, it was with the Blues and Jets. I mean, it was a 3-1 game deep into the third, and then we got 3 goals within the last 2 minutes, I believe. It was absolutely crazy with 1 second left, the tie going to overtime, and then the Jets prevailed. So I took the day off on Monday. I wanted to kind of regroup a little bit, get back my bearings, and we have a full 16-game slate that we're going to talk about for the Tuesday MLB picks. If you guys haven't done so already, we do talk sports betting over here at TBM Sports every single day. There are going to be some exceptions. We do grind it out the full MLB season. 162 games. That's one of the most favorable things I think there is within sports gambling, and that's why we do favor the MLB. All right, so let's get into it. I do have 4 games that I'm going to be attacking. We're going to kind of give out essentially a way to look at it. It'll be 5 picks, but really 4 in terms of 4 units that we'll be kind of dabbling with on Tuesday. I'll give you guys my best bets. Let's get into it. We are going to use Outlier to break it down as per usual. And the first game on the card that we're going to talk about, we're going to have a Cleveland-Washington twin bill, okay? And that's kind of where we're looking into the matchups that we have going on. And the first game, I believe both of these totals are going to be set at 9, okay? This is just a play on the starting pitching. It's a play on the offenses, play on just kind of the loose nature of both of these games in terms of expected runs. I do think that when we get Cleveland and Washington, a little interleague going on, it's a doubleheader. Things can get kind of out of hand. I do favor runs, like I said. We get Ortiz and Irvin in the first game, and then the second game we get Ben Lively going against Lord, who are all 4 of these pitchers kind of don't really look for a very strong performance. Ortiz last time out had a very, very solid gem he put together. I believe it was 7 innings he went with only 3 hits allowed, I think 1 run. Very strong outing, but I do think a little regression is due, and that's where we're going to look at Cleveland and Washington going over the totals of 9. I think both of these games, we're going to get close to even money. I think it's minus 105, minus 110 you can find. I do like the overs, okay? And that's kind of where I'm at. So I will be playing a half unit on both overs. A little different way of approaching a doubleheader. Normally, I kind of do a little zigzag with these doubleheaders. So whoever wins the first game, if I do think that's favorable and the odds don't get too kind of crazy, I will come back on that second game for a split. I think statistically that does happen more times than not. But we're going to attack both Cleveland-Washington games going over the total, half unit play on each. So kind of a full unit within Cleveland-Washington. We're just going to divvy it up, and worst case scenario, I think we do get a push, but there is a very strong propensity, in my opinion, that we do get runs in both of these spots. Next game out we are going to talk about on the card is another official play, Dodgers and Miami. Dodgers, if seemingly looks like they're going to get game 1, and we get to see Tony Gonsolin back in action, going against Cal Quantrill, one of my favorite pitchers to fade in the MLB. Tony Gonsolin, a very strong outing, first time out. He did get the win in that return to action, coming off of injury for the Dodgers. And what they're doing is very quite impressive. Okay, stringing together a lot of consecutive wins. Never bet against a team to kind of a winning streak to end, and that's kind of what we're going to go with here. Okay, but don't get it twisted. The Marlins can hit the baseball. Okay, even in the game that they're playing on Monday, you kind of want to look at this scoreboard here, and I can tell you guys, looking at that real quickly, you can see that the Marlins have put up 10 hits, 4 runs in that game that they did lose 7-4. I think the Dodgers stay hot, okay? And looking like the one game that I did go heavy on some Teoscar Hernandez prop action, he kind of had a dud, but he has been very hot. Freddie Freeman swinging the bat well to go alongside Ohtani, Mookie Betts, very strong lineup there for the Dodgers. And I think they're on a business trip mentality here on the road. Good spot against Cal Quantrill. We're going to use them as a dance partner, okay? I'm not going to lay the very heavy money line here at minus 260 on the road. I do think that they do win. You can cash a run line bet on them, minus 1.5. It's a minus 152 price, but we're going to look for a dance partner and do a 2-leg money line parlay that we're going to get kind of going as we get deeper into the card. And I will share with you guys, touch base back on that play at plus money. Okay. But that's kind of where we're at within the Dodgers, Marlins, Rangers, and Red Sox. Very interesting game to handicap. We do get some, Cy Young candidates of recent past. We get Nate Eovaldi going against Lucas Giolito. I do think that the Red Sox, very, very impressive at home. Both of these teams are 50-50. It's a coin flip game. I think the Red Sox have some value. They do have the worst of the pitching matchups, I think, but the Rangers on the road, I don't trust them to hit the baseball. I would lean Boston here at home at a plus money price, even money plus 100. That's kind of where I would go. I also kind of lend towards the minus 160. I don't really like laying anything straight up over minus 150, but I think that run line at home, it does have a very good ring to it. So Boston plus 1.5, if you want to dabble in that as well, that's something that you could get involved with. I think they can win this game straight up, but no official play. Okay. Next one out is Philadelphia and Tampa Bay. We will have official play in this one. This is where we're going to target the under 8. I think minus 115. We get Zach Wheeler on the road going against Drew Rasmussen. A couple good outings we've seen, but that 2.64 ERA goes alongside a 1-2 record overall. And the interesting thing about this is we kind of seen some regression. So as he got deeper into the month of April, he's going to give you 5 innings. It's just how many runs does he give up? Okay. The hits have been down, but I do think that there is something to talk about within the home run market. He's allowing a batting average right around 200. He's getting the job done. I think Philadelphia is going to hit him well. I'm not going to lay the minus 125 money line. However, I do lean towards that for Philly. But I think that we get a low-scoring affair, and that's where I'm going to dabble into the under 8 Philadelphia and Tampa Bay as an official play. Minus 110 was the number that I took. Next game, we do have another official play. That's going to be Padres and New York, okay? If everything goes kind of how it looks to be on the Monday, that's where the Yankees are going to kind of carry out that lead. They have the lead late, 3-0 as it stands right now. And that's kind of where I look into a little zigzag possibility with the Padres on the road. I think this will be a higher scoring game, but we do want to favor Michael King. And that's where we're going to look to lean upon his 4-1 record, 2 ERA as well. Going against Clark Schmidt, that I think that the Padres bats will get to very quite easily. And I think this is a good value play here at even money, where you can find the Padres' best number out is minus 105. That will be an official play. All right, Reds and Braves. Next game to talk about. The Braves are hosting the Reds, and I think this is one where the Braves have bounced back quite well. I think that you look at their record, 16-18. Austin Riley swinging the bat well. We do get Andrew Abbott going against Chris Sale. This could be a potential low-scoring affair as well, but Chris Sale, a little regression after that Cy Young season that we did see. 4.84 ERA, 1-3 on the year. Just not a lot of run support, and I think that he's maybe pressing a little bit, maybe taking things in his own hands a little too hard, and he just doesn't have the same stuff. Okay, so I don't want to favor the Reds, but I tell you what, almost close to $2 there on the money line does kind of give me a little bit of hope for the Redlegs here with Andrew Abbott on the bump. 2-0 record with the win-loss, 2.84 ERA. I do think that plus 195 is very juicy to take the Reds on the road, but no official play in this contest. All right, next one, we do get Rhea hosting the San Francisco Giants as the Cubs take on Justin Verlander, and you can see Verlander here. He's kind of getting up there in age. We want to talk about him a little deeper. Plus 130 there for the Giants. I think this is one where I would lean Cubs minus 145. That's at the upper echelon of the number that I would lay in this spot. No official play for me, but I do lean Cubs hosting the Giants. Okay, but the Giants are not a team that I do like to bet against offensively. I think they can really put up some runs, and I think that the argument could be made that the Giants there plus 130 is a very favorable bet as well. And that's kind of why I don't want to get involved. Okay. White Sox and Royals, that's the next game we're going to get into. You can look right here, the Royals minus 225. They do roll out Seth Lugo, 3-3 on the season. And this is where the White Sox, have seen a little bit of a spark here lately. Swinging the bat kind of better than they did in the first kind of first 20 games or so as we look into the White Sox, 10-24 on the season. Nothing that I want to get involved with. I'm not going to get into the Royals at home minus 1.5. However, I do kind of lean in that direction. It's just a no play for me as we do look for, the Royals to win, but I just don't want to kind of lay that much juice against the White Sox. It's just kind of something on the road. It's just a fishy spot as well. And I think that we kind of see a carryover effect, maybe a little zigzag, and the White Sox lose 2 out of 3 in this divisional matchup, and that's kind of where I think this could be the game that the White Sox do steal on the road. So no official play for me. If I did have to bet it, though, I probably would lean White Sox plus 1.5, minus 110, but I won't get involved with any Chicago money. It's just nothing that I want to kind of put any capital into, so no play for me. Okay, Astros and Brewers. This is very interesting. Potential for a low-scoring affair. I think that the Milwaukee side is the correct side, minus 108. I'm not going to get involved. I do favor the under a little bit, and that's kind of where we're at, right? Two clubs that you can't really handicap too strongly, right? You want to back the Astros. You think they hit the baseball. Next thing you know, they get shut out, and you can't really explain it. But sometimes they can go really cold. And on the road, I definitely think this would be a spot where the Astros could kind of put up a dud. So I'm going to pass on Astros Brewers. Pirates and Cardinals. We do get Paul Skeens Day once again, and very cheap money line price, minus 124, and that's directly related to the fact that the Pirates cannot hit the baseball. Okay, and a lot of people have been, on the channel in the comments saying, "Oh, don't fade the Pirates." Well, we've made some serious money fading Paul Skeens at plus money. We've cashed a lot of tickets in that direction, and the Cardinals are looking like they're going to wrap up the game on Monday. They have a 6-3 lead currently as I'm recording this video. So Paul Skeens going in a bounce back spot against Matthew Liberatore. That's kind of where I would lean in the direction of the Cardinals plus 115. I just think at home it's a great spot to fade Paul Skeens, but no play for me officially. All right, Tigers and Rockies. That's the next game we're going to talk about. We do get Job going and facing Dollander. Job's been very impressive. Okay, very impressive young pitcher for the Tigers. The Tigers, I think, are the most underrated team in baseball. If I wanted to kind of get involved with some futures money, I think that the AL Central is a very strong candidate for them. You guys know I'm a Cleveland fan, and I just got to call how I see it. I just think that the Tigers are really deep offensively. They just have a little bit more of explosiveness than I think that the Indians do currently in this current moment in time. But that's with a 162-game season, a lot can change very, very quickly. Injuries, but you do get Tarek Skubal going every 5 days or so. So that's kind of something that they can hang their hats on as they want to look into make a postseason run. So the Tigers here, they're going to be our dance partner. Okay, so we're going to pair them up with the Dodgers on the money line, and that's where we're going to lend towards a nice little plus money price, plus 164. Tigers and Dodgers on the money line. That will be an official 2-leg parlay that I'm going to give out to you guys. All right. Next one, this will be the last game kind of before we hit a couple others. This will be the Blue Jays and the Angels. Looking at this spot, no pitcher formally announced for the Blue Jays. Going against Ty Anderson for the Angels. This is very interesting because I don't know what the Blue Jays are going to do. I wish they would name a starter at this current moment because I think there's something to be said about maybe the under in the spot if it was a favorable candidate. Also, I like to fade the Angels, okay? Hot start, but as it stands right now, 13-20 on the season. They can't hit the baseball, so I would kind of fade the Angels at home, but no official play. All right, last couple ones we want to get into. They're not on your board, but I will kind of talk about them still. This is where we're going to look into the game within the Mets and the D-backs. We do get David Peterson going against Zach Gallen. This is something where we look into not a very strong showing for Zach Gallen thus far. 2-4 on the season, 4.93 ERA. I think he had a strong outing his last time out, but I still love backing the lefty there with the Metropolitans, and that's where I would lend towards the direction of taking the Mets on the road versus the Diamondbacks. But I will tell you one thing, this is a no play for me because the Diamondbacks have been hitting the baseball very, very nicely, okay? And that's kind of where this Tuesday affair, it's going to be a pass for me because I think that the pitching matchup does favor the Mets. I just don't trust the Diamondbacks to kind of not show out, okay? And that's something where I could see this game going over the total, and I don't want to do that with David Peterson because he can throw a gem every once in a while, so this will be a no play for me. All right, Mariners and Athletics, that's the other game not on your card. This is a under play for me, an overplay for me if I wanted to get involved, but I'm not going to. Emerson Hancock has been a fade candidate. If you want to look at it right now it won't be on your screen, but his last outing, I think we kind of faded him, if I remember correctly, and that's kind of where you look at kind of the outing. He had 6 innings pitched. He only gave up 3 earned runs, so I think he's good for upwards of 3 runs going against the likes of the Oakland or Sacramento or Vegas, whatever you want to call them, at the Athletics. He's going to get close to 100 pitches if everything goes to plan, but he just he's getting hit up a little bit, right? He's giving up a batting average to opposing batters over 300, and that's kind of the line that I will draw, okay? And you can see it right here, guys. It is formulated on your screen. Athletics here, minus 118. Something I would kind of entertain, but no play for me officially. And if we want to look back at that Mets-Arizona game, you can see it's a coin flip, minus 115. The early number 2 set at 8 or 9 as a total. Potentially that's kind of right on the money, right? I could see this game going over the total of 9 at minus 105, but I'm not going to bet against David Peterson. So no play for me in those last 2 late night games that we do get on Tuesday. Okay, so that'll about wrap it up, guys. If you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to TBM Sports. Totally free to do so. Just hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. As always, leave a comment down below. What will you guys be on for Tuesday in action? And so let's do a quick recap. The first bet that we did give out, that will be the San Diego Padres, minus 105 on the money line. Philadelphia, we're going to go under the total of 8, backing Wheeler. And also, we're going to do a half unit on each of the legs of the doubleheader between Cleveland and Washington, going over the total of 9 in both of those affairs. And then, as always, we will kind of add in that money line parlay between the Dodgers and the Tigers on the money line, paying a nice plus 164 price as we give out these official plays. Okay, so appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Good luck with your tickets. Let's cash some bets and enjoy the action. The Cavaliers are back at it. Got the hat on. We're ready for a little bounce back spot. Hopefully Garland can go, and if he can't, the Cavs got to get it done. They can't go down 0-2 at home to start off this round 2 series. Okay, so that's what I got. Appreciate it as always. We'll see you guys all tomorrow in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Cheers.